They said they were going to put him into that stuff again. I was like, what happened? They said because of the stress, he had a breath. And mind you, when they took him off that thing, he was on oxygen. He was just like this, looking at one place. And we were calling the doctors, why is he not moving his eyes? When you go to this side, it doesn't follow you. When he was just like this, they say no problem, he's weak. I say, even if somebody that is weak, at least your eyeball should be moving now. These people, they take things for granted. That was when, after some time, they say, oh, maybe he has seizure. And he has seizure. The stress of removing that thing caused him to have seizure, and there was a bled on his brain, just a tiny one. And they said, and that place that was affected is the place that tells the body to breathe. He's going to go back to coma. Hey, I said, God, what is this? When he went back to coma, finally, when he went back to coma, I was just, God, just do whatever you want to do. I don't tire. After some days, they said they needed to see a neurologist. The neurologist came to see him and realized that there was a bled. He said, thank God it's not something of surgery, it's going to clear up by itself. I said, okay, what else are we going to do about it? They say nothing, it will clear. When they brought him back out from the incubation from the tube for the second time, for the second time, he was fine, but they said his brain is affected, he's having seizure. He couldn't eat. Like I said, he was like a vegetable. He couldn't eat, he couldn't do anything. We feed him through his nose, we carry him like his neck, he's just like a baby that was born today. He couldn't hold his neck, he couldn't turn his neck, he couldn't do anything. He was just taking pap. And after some time in the hospital, when he was able to take a little from his mouth, we got discharged, because they didn't want us to get discharged. But at some point, thank God for that doctor and my husband that said, this child can never get well while staying in the hospital. Discharge us, let's go home. And thank God, since we went home, we've never gone back to that hospital. From the house, he said eating. If you want to bath him, I will hold his neck. My mom will hold his leg. He will be like this. We'll bathe him. If you say Asha clap for Jesus, he will do like this. He'll just feeling pain, always crying and all that. And it was just a month to his birthday. We celebrated his birthday. That was his recovery process. That was how his recovery process started. From there, he started recovering. This thing take up to that 3 years I'm telling you about. Even to date, he hasn't made his first speech. But I really thank God. You see, I'm saying this story because God never fails. God can never fail. My hope, at some point when my faith was down, the faith of my church, look for a Bible believing church, a pastor that is, don't go for any house pastor. If you see a pastor that knows the word of God and that does the word of God and hear from God, you will. And this is the part 6 of the story.